I'm going to give you a set of cards that has pictures of people doing everyday activities on it. And you're going to sort those cards into some different categories. But first I'm going to put this on the table just so that we have a nice clean surface to work on. So here are your cards. And the different categories that you could put each of the cards into are that you don't do the activity and you don't want to do it. You do it now and it's not a problem. You do it now with some difficulty. You do it now but you're worried about your ability to do it in the future. Or you don't do it but you wish that you could do it. So for each of these cards, I want you to look at the card and the activity that's happening on the card, and then just place the card below the pile or the description that applies to you for that specific activity. So for example, eating. Is that something that you do without any problem, or do you have any difficulty?
I can eat without eating.
Okay, so let's put it down here just so we can still see which categories. And so you can just keep going.
Okay. Do I need to read them or just put them out?
No, you can just put them wherever they
Okay.
go. And I'm going to keep track over here which pile you're putting them in.
You have a problem resting sometimes. You go rest real well.
I really appreciate your opinion, but for right now, what we're going to do is really focus on what your wife thinks and how she feels that she's doing each of the activities. So we can talk about how you think some of these things are going later, but for now, let's just let her put them in the categories that she thinks are applicable.
Fine.
Great. So since you said you sometimes have difficulty holding things in your hands, I'm just going to hold the cards for you and show you each one, and then I want you to tell me which category the card should go into. So this first one is eating. Which category would this one go into for you?
Probably this one here.
Okay, good. And using the toilet?
This one.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the cards that were in these two piles because they were things that either you don't do and you don't want to do at all, or that you do now and are not a problem for you. So we're not going to focus on any of those things because they're not any kind of difficulty for you. So we're going to take these things away, and then we're going to take the activities from these piles that you do with difficulty, or that you're worried about, or you didn't have anything in this one, but that you don't do and that you wish you could do. So these are all things that you're having some kind of problem with. So we're going to keep all these cards, but what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to lay all them out, and I want you to pick the top 5 that are the most important for you to be able to do. Actually, let me scoop these on top of each other so you can we can have more room here. So think through all these different activities, and I want you to start thinking about the ones that are the most important for you to be able to do. Can you see all of those?
Yep.
Okay.
Now where do you want me to put those?
Just hand them to me.
Oh, just hand them to you. Okay. Okay. That would be one. Let's see.
No.
This one.
Okay.
This one here.
All right, that's 3, so 2 more.
Okay. This one.
Okay.
One more. Let's see here. I think this one.
Okay, great. So now I'm going to just clear all of these other ones out of the way because we're going to address these top 5 ones that you picked out. Now what I'm going to have you do is just pick out of these 5 which one is the most important for you to be able to do.
Would it be the hardest for me to do, or just
The one that you wish that you could do the easiest, the one that's most important for you to be able to do independently, or as independently as possible.
Right. Well, they're pretty close, but
Yeah.
because they overlap sort of.
Sure.
But I'm going to say the shower.
Okay, so we'll do, I'm going to put the shower over here, and then let's pick the second most important for you to be able to do. Okay, and then let's go with the third. Okay, and then what would come after that? All right, and then the car. Okay, perfect. So this would be the most important down to, not that this isn't important, but this is not quite as important as the rest. Is that
and
correct?
also I have a more difficulty with the ones that I
Right,
selected
okay.
first.
Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do with each of these 5 activities that you prioritized, I'm going to have you rate your ability to complete each of the activities currently, and then how satisfied you are with your current ability to do each of these things. So you're going to use a scale of 1 to 5 for performance. A 1 means you cannot do it at all, and then a 5 means you do it perfectly well. So you can pick any number along that scale.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have you rate your satisfaction with your current ability. So a 1 means you're not satisfied at all with how you're doing it right now, and a 5 means you're totally satisfied. So you can pick any number along that continuum as well. So let's start with getting in and out of the shower. How well do you think you're able to do it right now?
Probably 3.
Okay. And what is your satisfaction with that ability of a 3?
I would say about a 4 or 5.
A 4 or 5 means you're very satisfied.
Oh, I've got it backwards then. I'm not satisfied.
Okay, so a 1?
Yeah, I'm having difficulty, so I'd say 1.
Okay. So next would be for moving around the home. What would you give yourself for your ability to do that currently?
Probably 3 again.
Okay. And what about your satisfaction with your ability?
1.
Okay. And getting dressed. First, your performance right now.
I would say 4.
Okay. And your satisfaction with that.
4.
Okay. And washing the dishes, what would you give yourself for your ability right now?
2.
Okay. And your satisfaction.
1.
All right. And the last one, getting in and out of the car.
I would say 2.
All right. And then your satisfaction with that.
1.
Okay. Good. Okay, so now that you just showed me how you do the dishes, can you tell me, I'm going to have you tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 how well you think you were able to do it. A 1 means that you cannot do it at all. A 5 means you just did it perfectly. So what would you give yourself for what you just showed me, how you did it? What would you give yourself for your ability to do the activity, your performance?
Probably about a 3.
Okay.
Best.
Okay, and now what was your satisfaction with your performance that you just did with that 3 on a scale of 1 to 5? A 1 means you're not satisfied at all, a 5 means you're totally satisfied. What would you give yourself on your satisfaction with your ability to do that activity?
Well, I'd say 1. I'm not satisfied. I want to be able to do it a lot better than this.
Okay. So now I want you to show me how you do getting in and out of the shower, because you said that was difficult as well.
All right.
You said sometimes this commode gets in your way, is that correct?
Right. I usually have to go to the bathroom first, so I usually have to go to the bathroom like this.
Uh-huh.
And then after I go to the bathroom, then I have to turn.
Okay.
And then sometimes this leg gets caught in here when I'm trying to turn around here.
Okay.
And then because I can't go back, I have to reach back here and
Okay.
make sure I'm going to sit on that.
Okay.
But then when I do get in, I'm too close to the front, so that means I have to try and stand up and move this back
How do you, okay.
like this, hop it back.
Okay, until you're further away so you
Yeah,
can
so I
actually
can
get
use
under
the
the shower.
shower.
Okay.
Right.
And then what about when you're finished? You,
Then I have to try and hop it back again,
okay.
and then turn
No.
and step out with one foot
Okay.
and get myself up.
Okay. And then you go out that way?
Then turn to go out. Of course, my husband has to hand me my towel and
Okay.
things like that. Make sure that I won't fall when I come out.
When you're coming out. Okay, gotcha.
Go through this way, but it won't.
So your difficulty with moving around the home is that you can't get through some of the doorways.
Right.
They're too narrow
My
to fit
walker's
your walker.
just a little too wide and it won't make it through the door.
Okay, so you would have to do it sideways if you were going
Right.
to get through.
Right.
Okay. The next thing you said that was difficult was getting dressed. Is that actually getting the clothes on, or more is it difficult to physically get to your clothes to put them on?
That's the problem. my getting to, usually I'm sitting on the bed after my shower and I have my underwear on because I have that with me, but then all my other clothes are not convenient to get.
And why is that?
And so we had my clothes in my closet, but my walker would not go in the closet. So the therapy people that I had after my amputation said I must move my clothes to the front closet so that I have to be able to get them and not try and get into the closet sideways or anything.
Oh,
so
okay.
we moved them.
Okay.
But now I have to go a long way through a long hall to the very front of the house in order to get any of my clothes.
Okay, can you show me how you do that?
Sure.
Okay.
So-
Is it this way?
This is my bedroom, and then I
Okay.
have this long walk.
Okay, into this room
Right,
here?
this is the front bedroom. and
Okay.
I have to walk all the way in here to this closet.
Okay.
And it's doubly hard when you only have one hand, because I have to hold myself up with the other one to try and reach in here and
And
get the
pick
clothes,
out whatever you
and then
need.
drape them over somehow or other by myself to
Uh-huh.
try and carry them then all the way back to the bedroom. to
Okay,
put
can
them
you
on.
show me maybe getting this pair of pants of yours here?
Okay, just to show you how.
Yes. Okay, and then you said you put them over your
I tried hanging it, but that got under the walker sometimes, so
Oh, okay.
I try and hang it this way and hope that it stays on
Okay,
For
and
my
then you
long-
have to go back to your
for my
room.
long walk.
Okay.
And keep it balanced on there so it doesn't fall off.
Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you perform for me each of those activities that you said were difficult, because then that'll help me see why the activities are difficult for you to do. So the first one that we're gonna do is washing the dishes. So just show me how right now you are doing when you try to wash your dishes.
Okay.
And maybe a little from the behind too, so you can see things. Can you get that?
There.
Said that getting in and out of the car is difficult because of the weight of your prosthetic leg. So
Right.
can you kind of show me how you would do that
Okay.
to get in and out of the car?
I have to remember to set this back as far as it'll go. Usually Jack has it back because he's got long legs, but I fix the seat so that it goes back as far as it can go.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the hard part because my leg is heavy.
Uh-huh.
It's hard for me to swing it in. Okay.
Okay. And then how about getting out?
And then getting out it's easier getting out than
Okay.
in, but getting out, I can kind of
With
lift it out
gravity
with
to
my
help
hand.
you that
Right,
way.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
And then turn. We're not going bye-bye. So that's how you have to do it
Okay.
without